Welcome back, Pro Wrestling Talk fans. Yes, that's right. You are seeing it right. Pro Wrestling Talk is back on your screens on this channel. He has returned from the unknown. He has come back. I am back on YouTube.com, and I'm going to talk about some wrestling, AEW and WWE. So first, WWE. I'm going to kind of give my thoughts on WWE and really, because I've not been really talking wrestling much on YouTube, so I'm going to actually talk about WWE and some AEW. First with WWE. Had Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman come back, which I think is a good thing. Them if they get really, if they get proper real control of SmackDown and Raw storylines, and that would be really good for that. I don't like this whole wild card thing where you have one guy from Raw and SmackDown. It's just kind of same old guys they bring over, and I just think it's dumb at this point. If you don't want a brand split, then don't have one. But if you do have one, then have like a storyline between Bischoff and Heyman, like you did back in 2002 when you had Heyman on SmackDown and Bischoff on Raw. Because when you have a creative brain like Paul Heyman on your creative and he's like the director or whatever, that is great. Because look what he did when he was writing SmackDown in the early days with the famous six. Just great stuff like that in the early 2000s for like the Wrestle Aggression era. And Eric Bischoff, and I know I've give shit, I give shit Eric, I've give Eric Bischoff shit before because of his Aces and Eight bullshit he did, but you know what? Listening to him the last couple of years, I kind of like grown a fan of him now, and some of his decisions, like I can get some of it, but he's been out in the business for quite a while, so I don't know how he's gonna really what he's gonna do on Raw yet, and it's not like they're not going to change it just by 1 week. Like they're trying to be edgy, and I like that by the WWE. We have Kofi doing flipping the finger and all this good stuff. I like that. I don't like this whole Becky and Seth TMZ bullshit they're doing. It just why just too cringy. They're not Edge and Leader. They're not Stephanie Triple H. Do not portray them as a power couple because they're not a power couple on TV. They're better just as a regular couple, just not on television because they don't have chemistry like a Edge and a Leader did or a Triple H and Stephanie do. It just doesn't make sense. Or a Miz or Maurice. Also in WWE, this whole 24/7 championship, I'm loving that. Like that's probably the best thing about WWE right now, where you have Drake Maverick and his wife are killing it, and R-Truth coming out with Carmella and killing it. At first I was like, I didn't like it because they had the whole Benny Hill thing. They were like running around for like 3 weeks, and then they was like, oh no, we gotta go storm between Spud and Maverick and R-Truth, and I really like the storyline they're doing with R-Truth and Drake Maverick. The women, I mean, the women feuds have been like whatever. Have been Becky and Lacey Evans, so I don't really care about that too much. Then you have on AEW, they've had a couple of events. They had their feast or whatever. I think it's Fire Feast or something like that. That was a good show they had. Liking stuff what they're doing in AEW. They got Jim Ross over there, so he's killing it over there and stuff. Jericho and the Young Bucks, they're doing their stuff. Dean Ambrose, aka John Moxley, is now in AEW and looks like he's feuding with Kenny Omega. And also you've got CM Punk maybe going to Starrcade. That's what the rumors was today, but I don't want to like talk about that yet till it's actually confirmed and he's actually going to be at Starrcade. And people saying he's going to be AEW. We all thought that at some point CM Punk would come back to wrestling, but whenever that was going to be, we didn't know. But if he feels right, like I don't think CM Punk needs the money. He doesn't need the money to actually come back to wrestling. Like he's pretty good with his money and he's a smart guy. I don't think he really needs the wrestling to actually come back. But if he also come back and like for a shot value for like an AEW, especially with the Chicago for this Starrcade thing, and that is good for them. And I think that All Out is in Chicago too. So basically, if he's going to do two events, that's a great point power for AEW because AEW really needs some pulling power and get some eyeballs. Keep the eyeballs on the product right now because AEW is hot and it's going places, and until you get a television deal, you got to keep people investing in. And I know people saying, "Oh my God, the Monday Night Wars are back. It's gonna be AEW versus WWE, Tony Khan versus Vince McMahon. It's gonna be like 1996 all over again." No, it's not gonna be, because if Tony Khan goes into the business and does the whole Monday Night Wars thing, like soon as he's just got the TV deal, he's done, because that is the fucking worst decision ever. Tony Khan he's only just got used to this wrestling thing, and Vince McMahon has been doing it for fucking decades, and he knows the right people, he knows the right network people. So I know Vince is out of touch, and I know he needs to retire, but Vince McMahon knows what he's doing in the wrestling business, and if you go head to head with Vince McMahon right now, it's a really bad decision. Let's wait 5 years. Let's wait in a year's time. Where is AEW? Let's see how many people they draw in the first television show, how many people they do in their TV ratings, and then we can judge on if they're actually going to be competition. I don't want them to be a competition anyway. I want them to be their own brand. This is what I didn't like about TNA over the years. Like, they was always trying to be WWE 2.0, and I never really liked that. I liked TNA when it was the whole X Division and AJ Styles. They had brought in like Sting and shit, and I just didn't like it. But that's my quick thoughts on some wrestling news. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I know this video is all like a ramble and whatever, but I just had some like topics on my head I just want to talk about. So leave your thoughts in the comments about any of these topics, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.